I'm enjoying it, so, hopefully it shows.
Kevin, when you played, we all know how intense you were, how much you cared. That, to me, was the thing that you cared so much about the product, about your team, about the game. But some people have said that maybe there was a streak of you that was mean is maybe not the right word, but you were overly aggressive. But I don't know how you could have played any differently than that.
I call it dialed in.
What?
I like to think that if you're trying to accomplish something, then, I only know one way to accomplish something. You go at it with everything you have.
Yes.
You go to dominate it and take it over. You don't go at something lightly.
Can't walk through the park with this game,
not at all. Not at all. And this game is full of talented elites. Night in, night out, you're playing someone that can typically go for 50 easy.
So true. Kevin, you were always known as wanting to play and always wanting to practice. You were a gym rat. What did you do when a coach would ask you maybe to take a breather? Let's sit out this game. Let's rest up. Would you welcome that? Would you just say, I'll let you know when I can't go? How would you handle that situation?
You know what? I've always asked the coach to respect the way I get ready for games. I've always asked him to respect the way I approach the game. I've always asked the coach to respect me and my expertise of knowing my body. I'm very, very vocal. Listen, if one person needs rest and it's me, I know how to raise my hand. I know how to say I need some rest. But, I'm a person who likes to push through a lot of things. I'm a person who understands rest, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I'm a person who understands that practice makes perfect. And if I can work on something for as long as I can to make something better, because I know at the end when I need it, especially when I used to call it dial up. When I call, I need the answer.
Yeah, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they've been a bit unlucky. Some of it is poor shot selection, in a slump, no doubt. But it can be turned around. They just need to find ways to score the ball.
Minnesota making some changes. Towns comes in for Gorgie Dang. And Georgia subbed in for P.J. Tucker. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Houston. And Holiday kicks to George. Gibson the screen. Off the pick. And that one's good. George has got his second bucket tonight. Kevin, with intentional fouling, with poor free throw shooters being sent to the line currently, the Hack of Drummond, the Hack of Shaq, I mean, all this stuff, Hack of DeAndre Jordan. What are your thoughts on all that?
You know what? I like it. You know what it's going to do? It's going to put the strategy, and this is part of it. And you know what you got to do? It's going to make all those guys you just named work on that free throw. Because if any advantage that you have in the game, coaches are going to expose it. Coaches are going to expose all weak points, as they should, as any sport, and as any great is going to expose any weaknesses in defenses. He's going to look to expose those things. So this is one of the things that dictates the game, and these guys are going to have to be better. It's going to push them. It's going to make them better players.
Covington with the bucket.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Kevin, when you're talking about influences, you mentioned Chris Webber's name a lot.
Yeah, see, Webb was kind of, he and Stacey Augmon was at a time where I was trying to find myself as a player.
Search for a roadmap, maybe, who do I most resemble?
Well, not only that, but just some direction. At the time I was a big who had handles, and if you know anything about Southern coaches, they don't want their big handling the ball. So you get the ball to a guard or whatever. It wasn't until I got to Chicago to where the scouts or people were able to see, like, wow, this big can actually handle the ball. He has handle a little bit. And then my high school coach would actually make me bring the ball up to show off and showcase.
No kidding.
I hated it. I was like, oh my God,
but look at what happened,
bring the ball up. And he knew that turning, I could handle it. I was like, oh my God, I hated this. And he knew I would go and dunk him on. I was like, man, I don't want to shoot. He was like, no, bring the ball up. Anyways.
For three, Olynyk scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
Yeah, listen, if you're 7 foot and can shoot threes, there's a place for you in today's NBA. Olynyk has that rare combination.
It's stolen by Capella. It's Ariza on the wing, defended by George. Here's Beverly. 9 points in the game so far. Screen by Capella. The pass to Covington. 5 on the clock. Olynyk sets a screen for Covington. The rebound by Holiday. Minnesota's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Kevin, especially back in Minnesota, you have some Hall of Fame battles with a guy named Tim Duncan. Talk about what those games, what those matchups were like.
Tim is very crafty, man. Our battles used to just, especially as young guys, man. Young guys trying to establish themselves in a gritty league at the time, full of some older, dominant names at the time. Michael Jordan, Elijah Malone. You know, the time where the forward position was a very, very tough position. But Timmy was one of them ones, man. Used angles very well. Was very long. Had a lot of counters. Very strong, and had an inner beast that people really didn't really talk about because you didn't really necessarily hear or see it. But man, Timmy's one of the best, man. It's not by coincidence. He's one of the ones.
And here's Beverly. They set the pick. Pass to Olynyk. Fires the three. Hits the three-point bomb. Olynyk's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Rockets.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
And George kicks to Towns. Gibson with the screen on Ariza. Here's George, and there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Boy, George is excellent at getting busy from the in-between spots of the floor.
Timeout, timeout.
Really fleshing out and balancing out, rounding out his offensive game.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Nothing wrong with that. You got to be flexible. When something isn't working, you adjust, you modify, you go to something else. That's what the best coaches do.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Gallinari, he's checked in for Gibson. And it's Isaiah Thomas in for Justin Holiday. Houston with a big group substitution here. Anderson, he's checked in for Olynyk. Gordon comes in for Trevor Ariza. Lou Williams is checked in for Robert Covington. And it's James Harden in for Patrick Beverly.
Boy, he twisted his body up right there just enough to create space. Williams so slick and eel-like inside.
They set the pick. Thomas kicks to Levine. Feeds to George. Over Gordon. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
They did a better job of getting it inside in that first. They've lost some of that physical edge here.
The Timberwolves have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
One of the things you like about Paul George is that he's really elevated his game each year he's been in the league. He's a go-to scorer. He's an outstanding defender. And he's excellent now as the leader of the team, really growing into that leadership role.
For three, Gordon. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Unfortunately, his shot has been everywhere, all over the place. Can't buy a basket. However, his teammates got him covered.
Great to have you with us, KG, and enlightening experience. Come back and join us sometime, okay?
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Anytime.
You were terrific. You were terrific. You were great.
K-Hall, you always made me look good, man. Since 95, man. We've been doing this a long time out there.
Great to see you.
Thank you, dog.
Always fun to have Kevin Garnett on the set, Clark. You can tell he was in high spirits as usual. Have to respect his continued zeal for the game.
Yeah, he's never lacked for passion or zeal. It's been part of what's made him such a great player, a Hall of Famer in the future. And I don't think that's ever going away. I mean, he's really a kid at heart. And he played the game that way, which was a pleasure to watch. And, man, it's been really cool seeing him do what he did as an NBA player and actually giving back to some of the younger guys that are coming up in the league now.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And he makes the first.
And you know what's impressive about Towns to me, guys, at this young age? the preparation he puts into each and every game. He's a true pro in that regard.
And Towns drops them both. 26 seconds left here in the second. Williams with the ball. 6 points for him. Gordon a screen. Clock at 6. Williams kicks to Gordon. Launches a 3. Gordon with another miss. And so it's the Houston Rockets. Their lead at 50. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And a heightened atmosphere we have here this evening for NBA playoff action. Hey, everybody, I'm Ernie Johnson. Got Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith by my side. Taking a look at the Rockets, we're only 2.5 games into this series, but it's already looking like they've booked their place in the next round. Up 2 games to none with a huge lead tonight. They are in the driver's seat. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
They've done a lot of things well, but the way they've taken care of the basketball, valuing each possession, so critical to the tempo, so crucial to the offensive flow. They've got a great rhythm, as smart and as safe as they're playing. They made it clear they're not going to beat themselves today.
Shaq, what'd you think about Minnesota?
Well, there are a few areas they need to improve on, but perimeter defense is priority numero uno. They got to be quicker to close out on the three-point shooters. You got to prevent the open looks. They weren't fighting through screens. They're just not doing enough, Ernie, especially outside.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set to continue our broadcast of the Western Conference semifinals. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
And you know, when the game is as important as this one, you expect to get a big performance.
Here is Harden. So on the floor for Houston. Olynyk is out there with Clint Capella. Then it's Robert Covington. Then it's Harden. And it's Beverly in at the 2-guard spot. Capella sets a screen for Covington. 3-pointer. And Harden with the basket on the assist from Covington. Covington's got 3 assists tonight.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Thomas kicks to Gibson. Back to Thomas. Gibson a screen. Towns a screen on Harden. Thomas, that's good.
Man, what a nice screen by Towns. I mean, this is what you want to do. Feet spread, knees bent, hips down, balance, ready, not moving, screening 101.
Covington kicks to Olynyk. No good from outside.
And, you know, Kevin, that's what they want, an uncontested look from the perimeter. Sadly, they came up short on that possession.
Outside Thomas. Shot from the wing. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Towns has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Good defense, lots of pressure there, but Towns adept at scoring with the hand in his face.
And Beverly kicks to Capella. And here's Olynyk from the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. Olynyk's got 12 in the game.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
And Levine throws it down.
Can you believe it? I mean, not many guards can sail that high above the rim, and Levine makes it look easy.
Great way to see the alley-oop. That replay courtesy of Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Capella sets a screen for Beverly. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go with a 3. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Outside, George. Gibson the screen, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
It was very close, and I wouldn't mind letting them play on that one. It wasn't blatant by any means.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Harden draws the double. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Outstanding presence of mind. Harden is constantly looking for the open shooter.
And the Timberwolves call time. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
And he is absolutely dialed in from outside. They need to close out on him much quicker when he's lining up those threes.
Here's a look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the best shooters during the postseason. Clint Capella on top. Timberwolves trail by 17. Thomas passes to Levine. George against Covington. Off the screen. A nice shot by George. George has got 11 points.
Well, it's been a great start for this offense here in the second half. 4 for 4.
Pass to Olynyk. Houston moving it around. Now, here is George. 11 points in the game. Thomas, good.
Well, he's been excellent thus far, Kevin, but it still hasn't been enough to get them the lead.
Screen by Capella. Harden kicks to Covington. He feeds it to Beverly. Olynyk, a screen on Levine. Just 5 to shoot. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. He's got 11.
And Beverly is a tricky player. I mean, somebody who has so many different shots to choose from.
Here's George. The Rockets pull it in. Capella's got 5 rebounds tonight from the high post. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. Towns has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Levine against Beverly. Outside, Levine. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And bringing the fight there. Levine, fearless. Creating contact for the potential +1.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Rockets.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And also, I think it's really led to the rhythm and confidence you've seen from long range tonight throughout the entire game.
Jang, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. P.J. Tucker comes in for Taj Gibson. Free throw good, Levine.
And, you know, not a guy you want to send to the foul line. Levine, one of the best in this league for his age.
And Beverly kicks to Len. The feed now to Harden. Kept alive. A second chance effort. Eyes yet again. Len, good. Len's got his second basket of the night.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Yeah, those are back crushers. I mean, they really crack your back when you give teams second shots like that.
Jang dishes to Thomas. Kick out to Levine. No good on the triple. Rockets leading by 14. Covington with it. Now defended by Levine. Covington against George. Outside Thomas. He dishes it to Jang. Here's George at basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
And I love the momentum he's building. Last game, he was just as dominant.
Yeah, I concur. I mean, definitely on the roll right now. Seems like everything he's throwing up is going down.
Harden kicks to Len. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. Len's got 4 this quarter.
Love how aggressive Harden is in the pick and roll. Exceptional at shooting and passing after getting the screen.
Stolen by Beverly. Harden with a screen on Thomas. And the rejection by Jang.
And this is something you'd like to see more of from Jang, given his size and wingspan.
George against Covington. And it's George missing.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
On the wing, Harden. He's guarded by Thomas. Harden the pass to Len. Covington kicks to Len. Over Jang. Rebound, Minnesota.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Did a good job guarding the mid-range, extended out nicely, and definitely bothered the shot.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The Timberwolves shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
Isaiah Thomas.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Molinari, he's checked in for Zach LaVine. The Rockets also changing it up. Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for Harrell. Gordon comes in for Robert Covington. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly.
And George can rapidly fill up the score column now. He's a high-volume shooter who doesn't hesitate at any time to let it fly.
Harden kicks to Len. Dishes to Williams. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
That was simply a matter of the quickness of Williams causing that foul. We'll see if he can cash in at the line.
So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4. The first free throw is good.
Well, he's an outstanding free throw percentage shooter. I mean, for his career, one of the best is Williams.
He hits both from the stripe. Now Thomas. He's got 10. Gallinari, a screen on Harden. Williams against George. He kicks it to Jang. 5 to shoot. Takes it from 10. But he gets it back. There's a screen. Inside, George. And George able to finish. George has got 9 points now in just the second half.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Yes, they can, Kevin. They can't allow him to beat them to too many more of those.
Williams gets the bucket.
Can score in so many ways, Kevin. Sweet Lou, the floater. That's like a walk-in-the-park shot for him.
Jang, a screen. The 3 from George. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got his 7th assist of the game with that last one.
And you can see there the defender gets caught up on the pick.
I think he's got to be more aggressive, stronger, getting through those screens. Can't allow shooters that kind of space to pull the trigger.
Williams against George. Williams attacking, and the rejection by Jang. And here's Anderson from the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Anderson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Thomas kicks it to Tucker. Can he keep it going? Excellent D there from Williams. Rockets leading by 12. Gordon with no one around. Offline with his 3.
Well, most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
A nice shot by Tucker.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Houston's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Here's Williams, and the rejection by Jang. Stolen by Gordon. The dish to Harden. Len up top. Harden against Thomas. 13 feet away. Can't hit that one. And Minnesota will come the other way. Gallinari outside. Stolen by Harden. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. That's down the hatch. Knocks one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting.
And, you know, Harden's exceptional, Kevin, at getting out on the break in transition. I mean, running exactly the right pass.
Thomas a screen. Jang the pass to George. Gallinari in the corner. Jang a screen. Shot clock at 6. Offensive rebound. Gordon with the defensive effort. Houston leading by 13. Harden kicks to Anderson. Gallinari with the steal. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
That's his first personal foul.
For Minnesota, they have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
At the line for 2.
That free throw good from Gallinari. Towns, he's checked in for Minnesota. Gibson comes in for P.J. Tucker. And then for Houston, Clint Capella comes in for Len. And it's Olynyk in for Ryan Anderson. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
And the basket by Gordon.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Gallinari passes to Gibson. Here's Towns. It's good from long range. Towns has got 12 in the game.
And, you know, defensively, guys, you have to close out hard on Big Cat. I mean, this kid can let it fly, and he does so with confidence.
Gordon a screen. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Rockets lead by 10. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. Now let's hear what Coach Tom Thibodeau was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
One shot there when we make a miss.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play getting started. Timberwolves trail by 10. Gibson is the 4 with Towns in the middle. Thomas is out there with Paul George, and it's Gallinari in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
Hey, Kevin, no idea what happened there, quite honestly. I mean, it seemed like he just mistimed that pass.
George against Williams. It's Olynyk atop the key. Gallinari with the rebound. Gallinari's got 4 rebounds in this game. Kicks it to George. And the pass to Thomas. Off target from 3-point range.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Gordon kicks to Harden. Pass to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Hey, he's not going to mess that one up. Capella, when he's that close, count it.
George dishes to Towns. They set the screen. Out left to the wing. Launches a 3. That's good. The Houston lead cut to just 9 on the basket from Paul George.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
Yeah, he's most certainly not the reason they're in a hole. I mean, his percentage has been outstanding.
Capella, the pass to Harden. There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. The Timberwolves making a switch.
This real Harden would
Levine's
have put up a
checked in.
shot and got to the line right there.
4th quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And it's Capella missing.
Now, that's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
Screen by Capella. Gordon kicks to Capella. Olynyk has the open look. The Rockets again can't hit.
Oh, I'm surprised he couldn't put that away. I mean, the defense clearly botched an assignment, leaving him open.
Levine can't hit.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since. Tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboard.
And those rebounds lead the team. I mean, he's been the tone setter for him today in terms of work ethic and glass eating.
Feeds to Gallinari. Towns sets the pick for Gallinari. Over Gordon. Here's Towns. And good work on the boards that pick up the second chance points.
Boy, the relentless nature of Towns snatches the offensive board, then converts it into points efficiently and effectively done.
Screen by Capella. Williams kicks to Capella. Olynyk in the corner. Drills the 3-pointer.
And those are 2 teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Towns, the screen. The 3. Come on. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. Robert Covington's checked in for Eric Gordon. Off the inbound and fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field.
And the Rockets making a change here. Beverly's checked in.
One shot, gentlemen.
Here is Harden. Pass to Covington. He feeds it to Capella. There's the pick. The 3 from Harden. That one doesn't go. So Minnesota will take it the other way. In the corner, it's Levine. Towns, the screen. Thomas gets a wide open look. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist.
A nice run they put together here to bring it a little closer.
Yeah, they got hot. I didn't think I'd be saying this a little while ago, but now this game's up for grabs.
Capella sets a screen for Beverly. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
Tremendous focus from the little man, Patrick Beverly, there.
Towns, the screen. Thomas kicks to Gallinari. Towns, a screen on Covington. Count it, and the Houston lead has been cut back down to 2 points on the basket from Gallinari.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
And you know, it wasn't just about getting hot offensively. Defensively, they've been stellar as well.
Houston moving it around. A shot by Harden, wide open. Harden missing again. Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the 3rd quarter. Levine, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. Houston's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Beverly dishes to Olynyk on the wing. Harden, stolen by Thomas. Floats one up. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
2 shots. Foul. 2.
For your Timberwolves, Isaiah Thomas. Taking 2 shots.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. And it's tied up with that one.
Well, I tell you what, like how cool and collected he was getting the job done at the line in this one.
Harden kicks to Beverly. Screen by Olynyk.
Easy
And
pockets.
that one's good. Beverly. Beverly's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And, you know, Beverly has great speed. Snake-like in how he slips through the defense on the drive.
Levine kicks to Gallinari. Towns sets the pick for Gallinari. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
That's his first personal shot. Shooting.
That free throw good from Gallinari.
2 shots.
Both good from the line that time.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Covington kicks to Harden. Olynyk, a screen on Thomas. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call.
And you can tolerate gaps like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Towns, the screen. Down low. Tries to keep it alive. Out of bounds.
Nice hustle.
Houston takes possession.
Nice hustle.
Here is Harden. The feed to Beverly. To the wing right side. Back to Olynyk. There's the 3. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. 18 points for Kelly Olynyk.
Another one. Man, he's just gotten into a great rhythm out there.
And I tell you what, Greg, once he finds that rhythm, he's hard to guard. Shots come easy for him.
Shoots from 14. Towns, no luck. Rockets leading by 3. Harden the pass to Beverly. He dishes it to Olynyk. Stolen by Thomas. From 12 feet out. The offensive rebound. And Gibson kicks to Thomas. Outside, Levine dishes it to Towns. Thomas sets a screen for Towns. Back to Levine. Towns, a screen on Harden. Here's Levine. And Capella sends it back.
And every season, Capella has improved as a shot blocker. Timing, awareness, recognition. He's really good at erasing shot attempts.
Olynyk in the corner for three. Gallinari with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 3. On the wing, Levine, defended by Beverly. Thomas kicks to Gibson. Outside, Levine. There's the dish to Towns. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Capella. Another miss by Towns. Rockets leading by 3. Here's Harden. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Phenomenal body control from Harden. Superb at just knifing inside and forcing the defense to whack it.
Paul George is checked in for the Timberwolves.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Thomas against Beverly. Towns sets the pick for Thomas. Over Beverly, their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Harden outside. Back to Beverly. Screen by Olynyk. Tipped away. Here's Levine. Towns a screen on Harden. Thomas kicks to Levine. George up top. Defended by Covington. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Showing determination inside. Towns absorbs the contact and gets the whistle.
And Towns drops them both. So it's the Rockets now. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. And here's Beverly. Screened by Olynyk. Covington kicks to Beverly. And it's off from three-point range. Timberwolves trail by 3. Here's George. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
And George just has an uncanny knack for providing these kinds of baskets. And he makes it look so easy.
Beverly dishes to Harden. He kicks to Covington. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Good job, 2K.
Here's George. Gibson setting the pick for George. Sweet little floater. George has got 28.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Extremely impressive was the rally they made. I mean, we'll see how much their comeback might have taken out of them, and we'll see if they... Big time throwdown with flavor.
That is just nasty.
About the athleticism on that finish.
Thomas with the ball. To the inside. It's tipped over Beverly. And again, it's Minnesota.
That mid-range jumper is just another one of his weapons.
The Rockets trail. Harden lets up. Over Thomas. Harden missing again.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this half.
And it's George missing.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
A flawless finish on the alley-oop. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 13 rebounds.
You know, Capella does a nice job maintaining his focus on the offensive end. He doesn't get a ton of touches, but whenever he gets a clean look at the rim, he takes advantage of it.
Gibson the screen from outside the arc. And there's Paul George on the assist from Thomas. And that's 31 points for Paul George. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, Sade comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operation.
There's the three. Rebounded by Capella.
Paul George has
So far,
no
we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline.
Screen by Capella. For three, Olynyk frames it from downtown.
Now, that is cold-blooded.
Indeed it is. Love seeing them deliver when they need him most. No fear taking these shots. I love it.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I listened to Tom Thibodeau talking to his team during the break. He told them, this is what we've worked for, guys. We've got to get everything we have left and get it done out there. We'll see if they have it in them, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated.
Absolutely amazing, Kevin. This young man is so money, and his teammates absolutely love it. Karl Anthony Towns, a.k.a. Big Cat.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They trail by 1. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Capella sends a screen for Beverly. Screen by Olynyk. Covington kicks to Harden. For
Kelly.
three, Olynyk.
Kelly!
And big-time
Look at
buckets
this
there.
guy.
Got to play for a stop here with the two-point lead. Most important thing, no open threes.
And the Timberwolves call time here. They're trailing by 2. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Seconds left to play here in the fourth. Levine, a screen on Beverly. Towns, the pass to Levine. Misses the three. So it's a narrow victory for the Rockets, pulling it out for the W. You have to think at this point, up 3-zip. It's only a matter of time now, Greg, until this series is in the books. David, thank you as always. Well, that'll do it, folks. Glad